got it out.
Kind. All right, shalom, shalom.
Shalom.
First off, we want to give all honor, glory, and infinite worship to Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH. We will get double honors to our apostles and elders of great millstone who teach from one these last days and who are the true leaders of Israel. And we also want to say peace and blessing to the Lord's elect. All right, we're a couple brothers from the GMS Cleveland Church. All right, come back at you with a hopefully, Lord willing, edifying lesson. And the title of this lesson is "We Were Created to Follow." Okay, we were created to follow. Now, we did some digging, some research, and the scriptures liken us unto sheep. Okay, and certain characteristics of sheep show us how we should be, because as we're going to go into, Yahawashi is the shepherd that we follow, right? Well, it says that in Revelation, the 14th chapter, that the elect will follow the Lamb whithersoever he goeth. You know what I'm saying? So this is what we're doing. We were created to follow, and we were created to follow Yahawashi. But you want to say something, Mike?
Yeah, Khan. I just was gonna get a precept because you said the scriptures refer to the scriptures liken us to sheep. I was gonna prove that real quick. This is go here. I'm gonna put it up on the screen. This is gonna go here, Jeremiah 50. We'll start at like 6. It says, "My people have been a lost sheep. Their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains. They have gone from mountain to hill. They have forgotten their resting place." So yeah, it says my people have been lost sheep, because the brother said the scriptures liken us to sheep, and it liken us to sheep because, like the title says, we were created to follow. Yahawashi is the shepherd in which we follow. The shepherd would tend to the flock. Its job was to feed it. The sheep. The shepherd's job to the sheep is to feed it. You know what I'm saying? To water it. Now you're making a lot of noise. To feed it, to water it.
Protect.
When wolves will come, the shepherd will be amongst the sheep, fighting off the wolves. You know what I'm saying? Protecting the sheep. It also the shepherd trains the sheep. Okay, it has a specific call that it trains the sheep on how to understand when he calls. It has a specific calling that the sheep start to listen to, and then it start to become familiar with that individual shepherd, to the point that it follows only that shepherd because it trusts the shepherd. So Yahawashi is that shepherd that's leading the flock of Israel, the sheep. He said, "My people have been lost sheep."
Mm-hmm. And if
Go
you
ahead.
could get that word shepherd, Baba Kasha, and see what that goes into. Because even Yahawashi said out of his mouth that he's not sent but to the lost sheep of the house of Israel. Because for a while, we were scattered. We were in different philosophies, and what's going to happen is that the elect, which is the sheepfold of Yahawashi, is going to hear the shepherd's voice and return back to him. Okay, because we were lost, and me and the brother were talking off camera. I believe you're going to read that too, Walk, about when the sheep get lost and stuff like that.
Yeah, come. Yep. I got you. Let me bring this out real quick. This is for the word shepherd. It says of ruler, teacher.
Yep, the master teacher. Yahawashi is that master teacher, right? They called him rabbi, right? And master. Those all goes back into the basic word of being a teacher.
Yep. It says being a friend of.
Yeah, and that's what Yahawashi say? Saying, "Ye are my friends if you do whatsoever I say." Roughly paraphrasing. You see, so that's how the elect are going to follow the shepherd, man.
Yep. It says generally to rule for the Strongs. It says to tend to a flock.
And
Generally
that word, and the slack, if I could say, because that word "tend" goes back to take care of. you know, and Yahawashi is taking care of the flock. By what? By ultimately keeping us out of harm's way, and ultimately the deliverance, you know.
Yeah, it says make friendship with. So yeah, Yahawashi said it's gonna come a time where Yahawashi said, "You call me no more master, but friend."
Mm-hmm.
I'm roughly paraphrasing.
Yep.
A friend, you gotta build a relationship with a friend. You gotta get to know the name. You know what I'm saying? It's like their likes, their interests. You know, different things, and then eventually you learn secrets. You know, a friend share things with you that they don't necessarily share with a family member or a spouse, even. You know,
Mm-hmm.
so we're being made friends, but that's what a shepherd's job is to his sheep. He's to become its friend. All right. If I can, I'm gonna read this real quick.
Time.
This is from the Manners and Customs. You know what I'm saying? Of Bible Lands. You know what I'm saying? By Fred White. I'm gonna just read a quick insert in here. It says, this is page 155. I think it's chapter 18, if I'm not mistaken. But it says page 155. It says ability to separate the sheep when it becomes necessary to separate several flocks of sheep. One shepherd after another will stand up and call out, right? Because you have different shepherds, right? Different flocks to each shepherd. Tahu, Tahu, or a similar call of his own choosing, right? Whatever that call will be, you know what I'm saying? The shepherd will teach that flock their call, you know? It says, the sheep lift up their heads and after a general scramble begin following each one his own shepherd. It says they are thoroughly, because now this is going into, they was making a point before this about when the sheep are being watered, you know what I'm saying? And how the sheep will sometimes, the shepherds will allow the sheep to mingle, like mix up. Like sometimes they just have all its own flock getting water, but sometimes the shepherds will let the flock be mingled amongst other flocks. But it wouldn't matter because the sheep only will go back to his shepherd. It could be mixed amongst people, but as soon as the shepherd makes his own call, his distinct call, they won't do it at one time. They would do it one by one. The sheep would scatter from amongst each other and go towards their shepherd. It says, Shalom, Akim, everybody that's tuning in.
Shalom, shalom.
It says the sheep lift up their heads and after a general scramble begin following each one his own shepherd. They are thoroughly familiar with their own shepherd's tone of voice. And can you get that out to this precept to go with that? Where Yahawashi was talking, when Yahawashi said, "My sheep hear my voice."
Yeah, hear my voice.
It says strangers have often used the same call, but their attempts to get the sheep to follow them always fail. Right. So the elect are likened to the sheep. All right. That that they're not going to be persuaded by other calls, of these other philosophies, of these other doctrines, these other shepherds out here that has led the flock of Israel as a nation astray. They're not going to follow that. You know what I'm saying? They're going to listen to what? Yahawashi. He taught them a specific call.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And he said, it said strangers have often used the same call. Even other shepherds trying to mimic Yahawashi's calling. It says, but their attempts to get the sheep to follow them always fail. If it were possible, they'd deceive the very elect, but it's not possible. It's on that Matthew 24. You got that out. You got that precept, and there's more in this too.
I'm gonna grab this and then you got it back.
Yep.
This is John 10. I'm gonna start at verse 26. It says, but ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. You know, and that's what's gonna happen.
That's what I said. Oh, you was saying something?
No, you got it.
That's what I was saying earlier when it said I got it. I think it's in here. I'm gonna read it. If it's not in here, I think I got it pulled up. But I had mentioned it earlier about like what you just said, the belief, because of the sheep, as it gets familiar with the voice of the shepherd, that's how it starts to follow it because it trusts it. That's what I made reference to earlier. You know what I'm saying? About what you said about the belief. In order for me to trust something, I gotta believe in it. You know what I'm saying? I trust it because I believe in it. But you got it out. But so it's showing you that it goes back to that. It's impossible for the sheep to follow unless they trust the shepherd to guide them, to feed them, to water them, to protect them from the wolves and danger, man. You got it out.
And if I could say too, it's just like a woman. You know what I'm saying? A woman feels protected by a man when or feels trust a man when she knows that she's being protected, when she's being cared for. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. So this is all of the characteristics of how a shepherd in the relationship of a shepherd and a sheep. You know, the flock.
Right.
Right. But continuing on in John 10.
Yep.
You got a precept about it?
No, I was saying you got it in that precept.
God. John 10 and verse 26, it says, "But ye believe not, because ye are not of my sheep, as I said unto you. My sheep hear my voice, and I know them, and they follow me."
Yeah, my sheep hear my voice. I know them, and they follow me. Literally, this is a literal thing. Yahawashi is speaking on a literal context or literal concept, right? He was literally speaking literal, like the sheep literally, we literally hear Yahawashi's voice, man. You know what I'm saying? That's why everybody that pick up the Bible can't understand it. It's a spirit that come with it. The voice, the spirit has revealed that voice unto specific men. He had, you know, only a specific few can understand the Lord's voice. That's why again, like it just said, I'm gonna go back into this. It says, the words of Yahawashi are indeed true to Eastern shepherd life when he said, the sheep follow him, for they quote in John 10, the sheep follow him. I don't know what version this is, but I'm gonna read it. It says, the sheep follow him, for they know his voice, and a stranger will they not follow, but will flee from him, for they know not the voice of strangers. I don't know what version they're reading in, but the elect don't know the voice of a stranger. You see, it says, gathering scattered sheep. The shepherd knows how to gather sheep that have been scattered, and that we were scattered. You know, it says, especially in his necessary, in this necessary. It says, especially is this necessary when the sheep must be led back to the fold, or when they are not, when they are to be guided to another pasture. It says that it is accomplished by his standing in the center of his scattered sheep. Yep. It says, so Yahawashi is that shepherd that stood in the middle, and he called out. It says, giving them the call which serves us as the notes of a bugle due to an army of men. Now, now this is interesting too. It says pebbles are sent by means of his slingshot in the direction of and beyond members of the flock that fail to heed to the call, in order to get their attention and then bring them back. And that's what's coming. A millstone. No, but that's what's coming. That judgment, you know, unto the 2/3 that didn't take heed to the call of the shepherd. A pebble, all right, a judgment that was a sign of judgment that was sling from a slingshot onto the heads or the bodies of the other sheep that then start to follow the other sheep into the fold. It says he does not commence to lead them away until he knows they are all there, right? And that's why the four winds are being held back until all the elect are sealed. You see, because it said he does not commence to lead them away until he knows they all are there. So it's not until the Lord knows all the elect are sealed when he's going to actually lead them away from the danger or judgment. It says Ezekiel predicts that the Lord as shepherd of Israel will one day gather his people that have been scattered and will bring them back to their own land of Palestine. Yeah, you know, you got it out.
Yeah, Con, just a quick precept, because you have mentioned point. I got this in Luke 15, and I'm gonna start at verse 4. It says, because you said that, you know, that the shepherd doesn't leave until he has all his sheep, you know, gathered. You know what I'm saying? This is Luke 15 and verse 4. It says, "What man of you having 100 sheep, if he lose one of them, doeth not leave the 99 in the wilderness and go after that one which is lost until he find it.
Right.
And when he had found it, he layeth it on his shoulders, rejoicing. You know what I'm saying? So this is how Yahawashi continuously lifts up his elect, man. By when and Lord willing, we part of that number, but when one of us fall into a ditch, you know, he leaves the other 99 and pulls us out of that ditch, man. You know, he puts us on his shoulders, man, and carries us back to the sheepfold. Right? It says verse 6. It says, and when he cometh home, he calleth together his friends and neighbors, saying unto them, rejoice with me, for I have found my sheep which was lost. You see? So this is how the shepherd gets down, man. He doesn't leave any of his sheep behind, man. You know, because Yahawashi said that he's with us always, even to the end of the world. You know, so Yahawashi is always going to pull us out of that that dark place, right? And lead us into that glorious light that he gives us. But you got it out.
Khan. And Yahawashi is that shepherd, which going back to the title of this lesson, it says we were created to follow, right? Because we were going to have a shepherd. Yahawashi is our shepherd. So therefore, our job was to we were created to follow that shepherd. This is Psalms 23:1. The Lord, Yahawashi, is my shepherd. I shall not want. You see? So the Lord is our shepherd. This is a Psalm of David. So the Lord is our shepherd, you know? And which means that he came before us, which means that we came after him, which means we're meant to follow, literally. It says he maketh me to lie down in green pastures.
If I can say something real quick. That's lucky. I'm going to cut you off, but and when it says that I shall not want, that means that we're not going to lack. We're going to have everything that we need. You know, that's like the brother had broke down the characteristics of a shepherd. He feeds the sheep, waters the sheep, protects the sheep. Where the elect is not going to lack in anything. You know, but you got it out.
It says, oh, that's where it was at right here. Let me read this real quick. It says, do sheep really recognize the voice of their shepherd? It says the shepherd has specific calls to his sheep to stop, turn, or to move forward. Over time, it says the sheep learn to recognize the voice of the shepherd and learn to trust him. You know, that's a friend. And they will not listen or obey commands from others. They listen to the voice. They listen to the one voice they can trust. You know, and that's Yahawashi, man. You know, that's what we're reading. You know, he's our shepherd. Okay. He said he said if they hear me, they how it go, they have because when you hear Yahawashi, you hear the Father. Yahawashi is doing the bidding in the will of Yahweh. He's the speaker. He's the voice of Yahweh. It's like the telephone game, all the way down to his messages. It's the same message, the same vibration. You know what I'm saying? So it says, what you say?
No, but Yahawashi said that if you have me, you need to have the Father. You know,
right? It says this Psalm 23:2. He maketh me to lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. And this is another insert too, like in this book, minus the customs. It goes into that how like they would be drinking by literal still waters, like it would be running water, but it couldn't be too chaotic because it scared the sheep. It had to be calm. It had to be, you know what I'm saying. It had to be easy to access. You know what I'm saying, and that's what Yahawashi did for his elect. Even through the scattering and all the chaos, he allowed the truth to be easy accessible. You know what I'm saying? In these times, the worst times ever, the Lord allowed it to be accessible the easiest via the internet. You know what I'm saying? At the palm of your hand, you can access the words of life. You know what I'm saying? We don't have to travel to Africa and different places in the world to get this word across. The internet did the heavy lifting. So this truth, this water, this living water had to be easy accessible for the sheep to drink from. Because we also read an insert that it said it was a necessity. That I don't know if I read that, but I think I read it off camera. Oh yeah, I could read it if you want me to.
Yeah, Baba Kashah. That's
All
there's
right.
some good points in that.
Yeah, it says this is page 152. It says water provided of manners and customs, but it's a yellow one's two versions, but you know what I'm saying, it's this one right here. Manners and customs of Bible lands for anybody tuning in later. It says page 152, water provided for the flock. In selecting pasturage for the flock, it is an absolute necessity that water be provided and that it be easy access. Right? This truth had to be easy accessible. Okay, and when we break it down, it had to be easily explained. So I would make it plain upon tables. It also had to be broken down in plain terms so the elect can get it because we are sheep. Literally, so the Lord, the very essence of our makeup, the Lord created us to be as sheep, to follow. If I lack information, I had to be taught it. That means I have to follow somebody. See what I'm saying? So when the Lord discontinued us from our heritage, He put us in a state to have no choice but to follow after something.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Even if we Israel didn't want to, you know, we had to. That's why you have Jake following after these different things. But the point is that the Lord put it where we actually had to search. You know what I'm saying? Which means we had to follow. It says, often flocks are stationed near to a stream of running water, but the sheep are apt to be afraid of drinking water that moves quickly or that is agitated. Therefore, the shepherd looks for pools of water or provides some quiet place where they may quench their thirst. You know, in the scripture, I read Jeremiah 50, it said they have forgotten their resting place. You know what I'm saying? Drinking of this living water, you know, your spirit is at peace. It tell you that in Wisdom Solomon 3. Though they taking it aside of man, you know, they're, you know, the things that's going to happen in the sight of man, but they are at peace, you know, because they're embedded in the bosom of YAHWASHI YAHWASHI.
If I could say something out, because you had mentioned it had just said that about quenching the thirst. You know what I'm saying? That just real quick. This is John 6 and verse 35. It says, "And Yahawashi said unto them, I am the bread of life. He that cometh to me shall never hunger, and he that believeth on me shall never thirst." You see, our thirst is being quenched right now, man. You know, because of our shepherd is providing the water, the living water, right, for us to stay hydrated and to understand and to keep going, man. Because when you're dehydrated, you next thing you know, you're gonna pass out, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. Exactly. Where you reading from?
John 6 and 35.
All right, can you go to John 4?
Fine.
Since you right there. When he said, "They that drink of me." Yeah, that's what you got it.
Yeah, kind. This is John 4 and let's see. I'm just gonna get to the point. Verse 13. Yahawashi answered and said unto her, "Whosoever drinketh of this water shall thirst again. But whosoever drinketh of the water that I shall give him shall never thirst. But the water that I shall give him shall be in him a well of water springing up to everlasting life."
Yeah, there you go. You know, in the well, he was referring to a literal well with water, you know, and then he was expressing himself as the other water to be, consumed. You know, so when you drink of YAHWASHI, when you're embedded in his essence, you should never thirst. You know, that's the spirit, because it's nothing in the world can feed the spirit but the words of Yahweh YAHWASHI. You know, so you literally have to be in that living water for the spirit to live. You know, it says, therefore the shepherd looks for pools of water or provides some quiet place where they may quench their thirst. How appropriate then are the words concerning the divine shepherd. He leadeth me, you know, it quotes Psalms 23. It says, but when all such watering places are dried up in the heat of summer, as is often the case in Palestine, then wells are used. Usually a large rock is placed over the mouth of the well, and this must be removed as Jacob did before the sheep can be watered. It says noontide, and it quotes Genesis 29, 8 through 10. Noontide is usually the time for watering the sheep. When Jacob was at the well, he said, lo, it is a high day, water ye the sheep. Genesis 29 and 7. The matter of water supply plays an important part in locating the flock for pasturage. So it was very important for the sheep to be watered a specific way and hydrated a specific way, all right, to go to the next phase of eating of being fed, which is being led to a specific pasture. They was going out selecting pasturings, the right pasturing, to consume from. You know what I'm saying? But being watered properly, as you just stated, was a very. It says water eat the sheep. It says the matter of water supply plays an important part in locating the flock for pasturage. You got it out.
Kind and that because that's important because the amount of water is the ability to control and to be able to decipher what the scriptures are actually saying. You know what I'm saying? Like you had mentioned earlier, Kadash, about the things that the Lord said, the living water that He was given, but it wasn't given
Right.
it wasn't given to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Because Yahawashi said that He spoke in parables, and He said that that it was given for you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So it's only certain people that or certain Israelites that have that full flowing water. They can take it in. Then you got
Oh,
some that what's that?
I remember Yahushua said, I have other sheep of this fold. What do you talking? What do you say?
Yeah,
Uh,
I have other sheep, but not of this fold.
yeah,
Yeah, I think it's in
he,
John the 10th chapter also.
he was talking to the wicked scribes and Pharisees, I believe.
Yep, kind.
You
You
know,
know,
you got it.
so yeah, so that's so you and then you're gonna have some that because it's all according to the measure of faith. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna have some that's gonna just sip on some water. You know what I'm saying? Then you're gonna have some that's gonna may have a 2 liter of water. Then you got some that's some thirsty brothers. You know what I'm saying? That's in taking it in, bro. It's all about what you can handle. You know what I'm saying? But it's done measurably according to what Yahweh sees fit to what you need. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's literally like the body. Your body, you don't know you're dehydrated until the last moment. You know what I'm saying? Well, you having all the signs of dehydration. You know what I'm saying? Jake don't know they dehydrated. You know,
Yep.
they don't know they dehydrated. But the elect knew the spirit jumped on the elect to realize that they are dehydrated and that they needed the water to survive. They knew they came to the point like, damn, because that your head be hurting. Now, see, whenever you're sick, you always want to find out the answer to why you sick. You want to figure out like, damn, what's causing my sickness. These people are not inquiring why they're sick. The conditions that we're in as a people, the people don't inquire. They don't come to the prophets, because it's been it's a veil on the eyes of the people. They think the prophets are the bad guys, and they think the church is the good guys when it's the other way around. See, but like we said, the flock of the Lord, they hear His voice, man. And He made a call. The call, because you gotta remember, the prophets is acting as shepherds. They're in a shepherd. They acting as shepherds, man. And then they're going out and calling the elect, man.
Well, it says to feed the flock of the church of the Most High. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So we're lower level shepherds, man. Yahweh Shai is the ultimate shepherd, but the elect are shepherds in their own right. And I want to make a quick point too, because you had read about that the sheep need to drink water at high noon. You know what I'm saying? That's the time when the hottest time of the day. You know what I'm saying? And usually when the sun is in the highest in the sky, it's really not being blocked by any clouds. So it's really beating down on you, man. You know what I'm saying? So that's the time that you really need to drink. And Yahweh Shai is giving us that water in the heat of the day. This is the heat of the Jacob's trouble is the heat of the day, man. You know what I'm saying? At the time where it's going to be the worst time. But what Yahweh Shai is going to do? He's going to give us that water to keep us energized and keep us hydrated and we sweat all that stuff out, but what? We're gonna keep on drinking,
Yeah. Can you grab that Isaiah 33?
Time.
6 real quick.
Isaiah 33 and verse 6. It says, "And wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of Yahweh, BAHASHAM Yahawashi, is his treasure."
Yeah, knowledge and wisdom should be the what it say? Knowledge and wisdom should be the stability of thy times. To go what you said, that's the living water. You know what I'm saying? That's going to keep us nourished when everything is dried up around us. Because the only thing that's going to matter in that time is wisdom. The reason why people are going to be it's going to be so much bloodshed in that time is because people are not going to have wisdom to guide them. They're going to act like beasts, or acting off impulse, or not clearly thinking. Wisdom is going to keep our vibration stable in the midst of chaos, which means that we're amongst that living water. You see what I'm saying?
Yep.
Trees that are next to water, bodies of water, are the biggest and the strongest and the healthiest. You know what I'm saying? And that's what they liken to the sheep in this passage I read, said that they keep them near water. You know what I'm saying? And it also made mention about the land drying up, because over there in the so-called Middle East, it will often always be hot. So it will always dry up the water in the land, like it made reference to, and then they would have to move somewhere else to gather the water. But that's the best part. That's why YAHWASHI made reference, because it said when the water dried up, it said we would have to go to another well. But YAHWASHI made reference to the young lady. He was next to a well. He said, when you drink of this, you should always continue to thirst. You know what I'm saying? But when you drink of me, you'll never have to go to another well. When things dry up, you'll never have to go to it. No, we got that one source of water that constantly flows and constantly waters. It never goes out.
I got one real quick. Just popped in my head. Isaiah 55 and verse 1. It says, "Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye buy and eat. Yea, come buy wine and milk without money and without price." You see, so YAHWASHI is giving us this water freely, because the scriptures talk about thirsting after righteousness. You know what I'm saying? So we're hella thirsty, man. You know what I'm saying? We got the you know how Jake as a kid, you know what I'm saying, it's hot as hell outside. You take the hose and drink the water out the hose. You know what I'm saying? Hey, bro, because you was thirsty as hell, man. You know what I'm saying? You want to keep doing what you was doing. What do we want to keep doing? We want to continue to keep pushing the gospel, man, and keep exalting the name of YAHWASHI. So what are we doing? We're putting the faucet, the hose of YAHWASHI, you know what I'm saying, and drinking the water from the hose, man. You know, and it's constantly pouring, man, until you turn the tap off, right? But we're praying that YAHWASHI doesn't turn that tap off, because it says that talks about out of the belly shall flow rivers of living water. We want all that water, man.
Right, and that you obtain that by being in YAHWASHI. It says, damn, I had some, but it just these chapters are interesting. It just goes into the one thing I was reading about, the intimacy between the shepherd and the sheep. You know what I'm saying? It was just going into even how the shepherd would sometimes play with his sheep. He would play like he would. It says he played. Sometimes the shepherd would play with them by pretending to run away from his sheep, and they would soon overtake him and completely surround him, gobbling with great delight. But he would play like he would leave them, but then they would chase him. You know what I'm saying? But I thought it was interesting because they made reference to how YAHWASHI says sometimes God's people think he forsakes them when trouble comes their way. They say the Lord has forsaken me, but actually their divine shepherd says to them, I will never leave thee nor forsake thee. Showing you like not Lord playing with us, but it shows you that basically the intimacy between the Lord's sheep and him. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's trying to convey here. That it's a high, see, this is not a light thing that we're saying that Israel, the blacks and natives and Seminole Indians and the speckled bird are literally the sheep, the people of the Lord. That's not a light thing. Because the intimacy level that the Lord has for them, bro, that's an important thing. That's not something you take lightly. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's a big deal that the enemy have Israel in their possession. It's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Because the Lord has, how a man and a woman is. When you're intimate with a certain woman, man, you know what I'm saying? That's why Jake be all butthurt and they get brokenhearted, because they was men intimate with a woman. You know what I'm saying? It's a certain vibration that it brings to the domain of his, I mean, to the vibration of his domain. So once that's taken away, that's why Adam said what he said. He prayed to the Lord, to give him a help.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's a certain intimacy that you can't explain. You know what I'm saying? So go ahead,
And if I could say, because in order for you to be intimate with somebody, what do you have to do? You have to trust them. You know what I'm saying?
Right, I got getting that. Yeah. Yep. Go ahead. Yep.
And I got the item online for the word trust. It got some nuggets in here. You know what I'm saying? It just it goes into religious faith. It says confidence, protection, support. It says belief.
Oh damn! I had this. I didn't even know it. Go ahead.
Kind. It says reliability. You know what I'm saying? So these are all words that correlate with trust. You know what I'm saying? Because we know Yahawashi is reliable, because we see in our walk how we constantly are delivered out of hell situations, man. You know what I'm saying? We could have been swallowed up by Babylon the Great, and Lord willing, the Lord continues to keep us from that, But that's what trust is, man. Knowing that you're putting your confidence in somebody that's reliable, man. That's going to be on time. The shepherd is always on time, man. Because why? The sheep are always around the shepherd. The scripture talk about we're in the steps out of a wise man's steps. We're always surrounding Yahawashi, man, because we see that he's the ultimate teacher, the ultimate leader, the ultimate shepherd.
Yeah, it says, I don't know if you read it, agreement. It said alliance. And that word trust.
I see it. Yep.
So yeah, comfort.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That this is what we read in some of that passage. Oh no, not the passage we read here. It said it says the sheep learn to recognize the voice of the shepherd and learn to trust him. So, as that's getting familiar, you know what I'm saying, with the sheep's voice. It says, this is something else. It says, how are sheep scattered? It says the literal meaning is that sheep depend upon their shepherd to guide them and to keep them from wandering off. Right. So we were literally created to be subject to our shepherd. So we were literally created to follow. And we literally have to depend on Yahawashi to literally guide us. We can't even do it. We can't do it no other way. It says they depend upon their shepherd to guide them and to keep them from wandering off. It says since sheep don't have a lot of sense, without a shepherd to guide them, and the sheep are likely to scatter. It says the sheep are likely to slowly scatter. So eventually, if there's no shepherd, we're gonna, even if no one comes and pretend to be our shepherd or try to get us that way, eventually we're just gonna wander off anyways. That's crazy. Showing you that's chaos, and that's showing you that there's no order in that. There's no life in that. Showing you that we literally, going back to the title, we literally were created to follow.
Yep.
Which is why Yahawashi likened himself as the shepherd and us as the sheep. Because the sheep literally were created to follow. They the moment the shepherd's gone for a period of time, is going to scatter. So they literally, life depends on them following their shepherd.
I got a precept for you real quick, God. This is
more intimate. It was already up, bro. I didn't even know.
Oh, for real? You got it? You got it?
Yeah, you got it though.
All right, kind. This is Zechariah 13:7. It says, "Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, saith Yahawah BAHASHAM of hosts." It says, "Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn mine hand upon the little ones." You see, so when the shepherd is smitten, the sheep is going to scatter, man. Okay, and this is why Esau worked so hard to basically, the scriptures talk about binding a strong man. You can't enter into the strong man's house without first binding the strong man. And the sheep strong man is the shepherd, which is Yahawashi. So what did they do? They X'd out Yahawashi, and what are we doing? We're all over the place, man.
There you go.
all over the type of different doctrines, philosophies. You know what I'm saying? Everything. you know. But now, what did Yahawashi say in Revelation the 3rd chapter? That Yahawashi stands at the door and knock, you know. If any man open up, he will sup with him, right? So now he's knocking. He's knocked on basically every Israelite's door, you know. But only the elect would hear the voice behind that door, you know, and open it up. But you got it, huh?
There you go. That was a beautiful point for the spirit, man. You know, like you said, Yahawashi was X'd out. You know what I'm saying? So they, like you said, they bonded the strong man, took away the vibration of Yahawashi, caused a scattering. But like it says, like it's important for the sheep to be brought back. You know what I'm saying? It talks about it says straying sheep restored. It is very important that sheep should not be allowed to stray away from the flock, because when by themselves they are utterly helpless. And so, right, it says we are sheep in amongst sent that's forth as sheep among in the midst of wolves. You know what I'm saying? Like when we go out there, we're amongst wolves, man. You know what I'm saying? We're helpless in a sense of the physical things that we can't do. You know, for the sake of prophecy, like when they come in, you know, some things you're not gonna be able to do. You just got to go for the sake of prophecy. It's going to cause beheadings and some saints to get put down, but showing you that we're literally helpless. It says the sheep are helpless.
If I can get a quick precept box just to back you up, this is Psalms 44:22. It says, "Yea, for thy sake we are killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter." You know, and that's just a point just to back you up what you just said.
There you go. But it's got a lot of points in this. But I was going back down to the intimate. It says, you know, basically the shepherd will have intimate knowledge of the sheep. The shepherd will the shepherd will give each sheep its own identity, like name, based off its characteristics. Something like how the Lord did the tribes. You know what I'm saying? How the tribes' names come, or our forefather names came from characteristics, laughing, or you know, or rich, or working a lot. You know, different names that we have as the tribes and our forefathers. They acquired their names based off characteristics and things that took place.
I believe Apostle Gabar did a lesson a couple years ago about the nomen omens. You know what I'm saying? Names that are about characteristics of how people how you operate. You know.
That's why the name is very important.
Yep.
It carries your essence. It carries your character and your moral makeup. You know what I'm saying? The name do your reputation.
Yep. Hey, even Israel, the nomen omen for Israel. You know what I'm saying? The princes of the power. You know, we are gods. You know what I'm saying? But now our shepherd is going to allow us to come back into that godly estate again, man. You know.
Yep, Khan. And that's basically, it says the shepherd. It says intimate. It says the shepherd is deeply interested in every single one of his flock. Some of them may be given pet names because of incidents connected with them. They are usually counted each evening as they enter the fold. But sometimes the shepherd dispenses with the counting, for he is able to feel the absence of any one of his sheep. So Yahawashi, he knew, he said the shepherd can feel the absence of any one of his sheep. That's how intimate and close the shepherd is with his sheep. You know what I'm saying? Comparing his men, his sheep, his people unto sheep, man. All right. Literally showing you that we literally were created to follow, and the perfect example the Lord used to display and to convey our role, which is to follow him. He compared us to sheep. You know what I'm saying? The top animal that on the top of the list when it comes to being created for this purpose, man. You know what I'm saying? It says it says it says with one sheep gone, something is felt to be missing from the appearance of the entire flock. One shepherd in the Lebanon district was that's pretty much it on that. And I got this word intimate right here. And I just got one more precept. If you know what I'm saying, we can wrap up. I don't know if intimate. It says closely acquainted, very familiar. All it says inmost, in, intrinsic. It says make known, announce, impress, uh, deepest. It says affections, feelings, right? These are things that pertain to being intimate with someone or something. All right. But basically, the main thing we can take from this is closely acquainted or familiar, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and that's what Yahawah make known formally, you know, to make known. And that's why Yahawah said, when you have seen me, you have seen the Father. You know, that they're intimate with the one spirit. He said, me and my Father are one.
Mm-hmm.
He also, and Yahawah also prayed for his sheep. He said, I pray that they be one as we are one. You know, so that's
Yep.
that being familiar or closely acquaintance. You know what I'm saying? Only way you can be closely acquainted with someone is by penetration, and because that stone, we once had them stony hearts.
Mm-hmm.
The stone can be penetrated, so the Lord He allowed water. Eventually, if you leave water on stone for a period of time, it started to corrode it.
Mm-hmm.
It'll eat through it, and that's that water that it was poured on us, on our minds, and it allowed that stone to be penetrated. You know what I'm saying? And that now we are familiar with Yahweh Shah because we've been penetrated in our spirit, in our mind.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what you got something out?
Yeah, kind. Was that it on that with the
Yeah,
internet?
yeah,
All right, kind, because it's, and just going back to John 10, like, the main point is, the shepherd and the sheep in the relationship that they have together. You know what I'm saying? Just this is John 10 and verse 11. It says, "I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep." Because why?
right,
Because now we're ultimately being protected. You know what I'm saying? Now now we're covered by the blood. You know what I'm saying? No matter what happens to the sheep, you know what I'm saying? You're still covered. Verse 12 it says, "But he that is an hireling and not the shepherd, whose own the sheep are not, seeth the wolf coming and leaveth the sheep and fleeth, and the wolf catcheth them and scattereth the sheep." You see, so this is why the elect will hear Yahawah's voice, but the 2/3 are going to hear the hireling's voice, man.
right.
They're gonna be scattered. They're gonna be confused. They're gonna be confounded. They're gonna be searching for answers. You see, but when Yahawah brings us to that well at high noon, we gonna be refreshed. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be beautiful, right? Verse 13. It says, "The hireling fleeth because he is an hireling and careth not for the sheep." Okay,
Yep.
so Yahawah cared for us so much that he gave his own life to protect us, man, and to see, hey, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? Now I'm gonna send the comforter. I don't have to be with you right here. The comforter is the one that's guiding you and leading you now. You know what I'm saying? But you got it out.
Yeah, Con. Was that it? I was gonna get a closer.
Yeah, kind. That's pretty much it.
Uh,
I do got one more though,
Con.
just real quick. Because we have to follow, man. You know what I'm saying? Like a sheep follows the shepherd. You know what I'm saying? This is how we follow Yahweh Shai. And then this is just a quick point. This is Mark 1:16. It says, "Now as he walked by the Sea of Galilee, he saw Simon and Andrew, his brother, casting a net into the sea, for they were fishers. Uh, and Yahweh said unto them, Come ye after me, and I will make you to become fishers of men. And straightway they forsook their nets and what? And followed him." You
Yep.
see? Because they heard Yahweh voice. They trusted Yahweh. They knew there was something about Yahweh that separated themselves from anything that they ever wrote. They knew reading the scrolls what was to come, but the Spirit told them, Yahweh not, and said, "Hey, follow me. You're gonna be fishers of men, man." And they straightway forsook his net, forsook the nets and followed him. Why? Because they ultimately had trust in him. You
Where
know what I'm
you
saying?
reading from?
Mark, the first chapter, and the 16th and 17th verse.
Oh, okay, I got a precept real quick.
Yep, kind.
John 10:9. I am the door. By me, if any man enter in, he shall be saved, He should go in and out and find pasture.
Mm.
The thief cometh not but for to steal and to kill and to destroy. I am come that they might have life and that they might have it more abundantly. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd giveth his life for the sheep. See? So you literally I forgot what you said a few seconds ago, but you literally can't do it without the Lord. You know what I'm saying? He said he is the door. We go, that's how we go in and go out. He said any other way is a thief and a robber. You know what I'm saying?
And I got that word. I got that word pastor too in the Greek. This is G3542. And it goes into fodder, food, but it says figuratively, he shall not want the needful supplies for the true life. You know, it says growth, increase. You see, so this is what the Lord is going to do. That's why I said, that's why we had brought out in Psalms the 23rd chapter that the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. We're not going to be lacking because the Lord is going to give us the supplies needed for the true life, which is what this righteous life, man. You know, the new man that's been created. You know.
Yeah, It says this is pasture in the AB 1611. It says grass for the food of cattle. You know, yeah, so it's food. That's why I say, you know, you eat it, the bread of life, you eat of me. You know what I'm saying? This is the YAHWASHI is the bread, the grass, or the protein that we eat, and he's the water that we drink. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, that we prospered. You know what I'm saying? I think you used that word.
Yeah, growth and increase.
Yeah, prosperity, growth and increase. When you eat the proper nutrients for the body, you get stronger. But yeah, and this is was that it? I got
that was it. Kind.
Yeah, this is Ecclesiastes 12:7. Then shall it's like it. Ecclesiastes 12:13. Let us hear the conclusion of the whole matter. Fear the Most High and keep His commandments, for this is the whole duty of men. Right? It says fear the Most High and keep His commandments. You know what I'm saying? Showing you, going back to the title of this lesson, we were created to follow. A commandment is a charge. You know what I'm saying? Given to someone for them to follow. All right, for order, for life or death, for struggle, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Decrease, increase, whatever it was, that charge was given. You know what I'm saying? Which means that person it was given to had to follow it. And that's what the title going back to, we were created to follow, literally. So only way to live is following the voice and the ways of the Lord. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Even Apostle Paul in 1 Corinthians 11 chapter, he said, be ye followers of me, even as I am also of YAHWASHI. You see? So, you know, and what when you follow YAHWASHI, well, you're gonna become a different man. You know what I'm saying? You know, you're gonna like you said, bro, you're gonna prosper. You know what I'm saying? And you're gonna see things that the regular people in the world ain't gonna be able to see. You know?
You can't. So was that it? You had anything else out?
No, that's it.
Yeah, can't. So Lord willing, you know what I'm saying? This is edifying. Get up out of here. Lord willing, is edifying. To the elect and sheep and lambs of YAHWASHI, YAHWASHI. We want to give all honor and glory, infinite praise and worship to
Yahawah, BAHASHAM, YAHWASHI, BAHASHAM, HAQADASH.
Again, double honor to our apostles, the elders and bishops of Great Millstone. Peace and salutation to the 144,000 and the large multitude. Till next time. Kwan Yashala. I was about to say it. Kwan Yashala.
Shalom.